When life breaks you, when everything you built falls apart, sometimes love finds you right in the wreckage. He was running from his past. She was searching for hope. And they met on the bridge that almost killed them. Here is their story.
They say some bridges connect more than cities. They connect souls. But no one tells you what happens when that bridge collapses and takes your heart with it. My name is Eli Carter, and this is the story of how I met her. On the day the world fell apart, and somehow love found a way through the dust. It was a Thursday morning, the kind of morning that should have been ordinary. But life has a way of breaking the familiar, doesn't it? The old bridge that held our city, the city of Novara, had been declared unsafe. Everyone said it would be repaired soon. But that day, it gave way, right when I was standing on it, right when she was too. When I opened my eyes, everything was dust, smoke, sirens, and pain I couldn't name. Then I heard her voice, soft, trembling, but alive. "Hey, you're bleeding. Don't move. I'll help you." I turned my head and saw her, a woman with dirt on her cheeks and fear in her eyes, in great pains too, but she was still trying to help me, even when her own arm was bleeding. That's how I met Maria. Not in a cafe, not in a park, but in the middle of chaos. Two strangers, held together by one thing, the will to survive. We crawled through broken concrete and twisted steel. She tore her sleeve to tie my wound. I gave her my jacket when she started shivering. Every breath we took felt like borrowed time. And with an encouraging voice, she said, "We'll make it. Just keep your eyes on me." She smiled, and for a moment I forgot the sirens, the screams, the fear. All I saw was her and the way hope looked on her face. Hours passed before rescue came. When they finally pulled us out, she was taken to another hospital. Different ambulance, different world. I never even got her last name. All I knew was her voice and how it made me believe in life again. Days turned into weeks. The city mourned the bridge collapse, and I mourned the fact that I might never see her again. Until one rainy afternoon, as I sat by the rebuilt bridge drawing, then I heard that voice again. "Hey, I thought you said you'd keep your eyes on me." We both laughed, and just like that, the bridge that almost killed us became the place that brought us back to life. She found me sitting on the same bridge that had almost taken us. The city had rebuilt it, new rails, new lights, but the memories, they were still standing in the cracks. She smiled and said, "I guess we both needed to see if it's safe to cross again." We laughed, but deep down, we both knew. We weren't just talking about the bridge, we were talking about us. Maria was a nurse, the kind who carried everyone's pain in her heart and still managed to smile. 4 years ago, she had lost her fiancé, Zach, just 2 weeks before their wedding. As a result, she had closed her heart to love, afraid that it will only burn her over and over again. I was trying to rebuild too. My job, my home, my peace of mind. The accident had left more scars inside me than outside. But every evening, we'd meet on that bridge, sometimes with coffee, sometimes with silence. It wasn't about romance at first. It was about healing. Two broken people, reminding each other that breathing was still a gift. On one of our meetings, she said, "You ever wonder why we survived?" "Maybe to rebuild what we lost," I replied. "Or maybe to learn how to love again," she said. And that's how it began. A love story built not on perfection, but on patience. We weren't perfect. We argued, we misunderstood each other. We carried fears that weren't easy to shake. But love, real love, isn't about having no scars. It's about holding each other close despite them. Then came the day I almost lost her again. A terrible storm hit the city. Maria's hospital flooded, and she stayed to help patients evacuate. I called her, no answer. I panicked. I drove through the rain, heart pounding like the thunder above. When I reached the hospital, the bridge leading there was barely standing. And for a moment, I froze. It was that same bridge, the one that had once collapsed beneath our feet. Fear gripped me, but so did love. Because this time, if it fell again, I was ready to fall with her. When I finally found her, she was exhausted, soaked, but alive. Her hands trembled as she looked at me and whispered, "You came." And I said, "I promised I'd keep my eyes on you." That night, as we stood on the bridge again, under a sky finally clearing, she said, "Maybe this bridge isn't cursed after all." No, it just needed the right people to cross it. She smiled through her tears, and when I kissed her, the city lights reflected in the water below, 1,000 tiny stars reminding us that even in ruins, beauty still survives. 2 months later, we decided never to spend the night without each other. We got married, and now no one and nothing will ever separate us. Not the bridge, not the storm, not even death. Yes, we met on the bridge that almost killed us. And this is our story. A story of healing, hope, and second chances.